Okay, so here we go. I think we are on. Hi, Juhree.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So I'm Lauren Cadillac, and this is
Juhree Rodriguez.
And we are attorneys in the great state of Texas. We are coming to you live. Today, we are going to talk about trial themes. I'm going to be honest, the reason I thought to have this discussion is because I'm completely obsessed with the Kyle Rittenhouse case, as Juhree can testify to you.
Absolutely.
Yes, I am. And one thing I noticed is like neither set of lawyers had a theme. Or if they did have a theme, they did not relay it very well.
I think that's the issue, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So I started thinking about the importance of a good theme, why to use the theme, what a theme is, and that kind of thing. And I thought, why not have Juhree on here and let's talk about themes. So first, I'm going to show everyone, hold on, I don't know how. I'm going to figure out how to show everyone I have some really good themes to share, to show you. Okay, so this is probably one of the most famous themes ever. Here we go. Oh no. Oh, will it not work? The sound not work? This is Johnny Cochran at the end of the O.J. Simpson trial. I don't know how to get the sound to work. I'm really so poor at these things.
Last night.
Oh, here we go.
About this case, and theory of how it makes sense about it. Instead of being intimidated, O.J. Simpson was going to disguise himself. He was going to put it on the
Oh, there it is. Okay, so Juhree, this theme is famously, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And if I recall, Johnny Cochran came up with that theme like in the middle of the trial because they had OJ put on the glove, which had gotten wet, and so it shrunk because that's what leather does. And they're like, look, it doesn't fit. And so you saw him now talking about the cap and saying, these people's story doesn't fit, right? And so if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. And so he's using it not all the time, but he's using it as like an anchor. And that's why themes are important. They serve an anchor for you to get used to all the information. So this really helps anchor and keep a jury around and afloat. Okay, so I want to show another one that I think people will be familiar with, and I would like to thank CNN for allowing me to use these. Okay, so here we go. Wheel of his pickup truck and plowed down 4 people in a trunky case. So why isn't Ethan Couch behind bars? Keep in mind, he's just 16, too young to legally drive with any alcohol. And in this case, his blood alcohol measure 22. Okay, so my point isn't to get into what happened, but that the defense attorney chose a theme, and his theme was affluenza. Do you remember hearing about this, Juhree?
No, I do not.
You don't? Okay. It was probably when you were I think it was right after I got to law school. So it's probably when you're in college. Anyhow, the defense attorney decided to use, he said that this kid had affluenza. So he was like too affluent to understand that rules applied to him. What do you think?
I think so. Whenever I think about a good theme, affluenza, I feel like that's a good one because they need to be short, simple, and sensible. So that's something that it sticks in the mind. So whenever a juror or anybody witnessing the trial is thinking of it, they hear affluenza and it's there, it's stuck. It makes sense. It appeals to people's common sense. It's basic and clear words, and it's a short phrase. It's just one word.
Right. Yeah. So in terms of the Rittenhouse trial, I know you haven't been paying attention, but I'll just give you facts. 17-year-old kid, friend buys him an AR-15. He goes down to Black Lives Matter protest. 4 people are shot by him. Okay. So if I am prosecuting this case, which I would never do because I would rather die than work for the government in that capacity, okay, then my theme, what I believe I would choose my theme, because he's this kid that goes to this like adult function with an adult war machine and all these things, I would really emphasize that he's so much, I don't know how I would, maybe you can come up with the one word, but my theme would be like that this kid is so desperate to prove he's an adult that he's willing to kill people. Right?
Yep.
And how would you say that? Do you have a good...
If he's willing to, oh goodness, it's hard. And so I don't, how they did it in the O.J. Simpson trial, where he's able to just come up with that phrase on the fly, that's power to him. But I would like, a couple of weeks to think about what
stew on it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly how I would approach it either, but I know that would be my theme. And so I'm going to show a little bit of video from prosecutor cross-examining Kyle Rittenhouse, and I'm going to show you or tell you what I would have done, okay? Because Monday morning quarterback is the best. Here we go. Oops.
Hey, what if we get a rifle for me? I'll give you the money. You can purchase it. It's yours. It's on 18. So I bought the rifle for nothing, and I can use it. But once I'm 18, we can do a private sale on it.
Okay. So that question is what I would say. Right. And then because you're not an adult, right? Okay, because I would want to connect the word adults and the fact that he wanted to be an adult so badly. Okay, so Jury, I'm not even going to get into the fact that the judge just objected on behalf of the defense. That we will save for another episode.
Yeah,
We're going to
a whole other video about judge etiquette, proper procedure.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I froze for sure.
Okay, so where he says because of the safe, that's where I would say, and because you weren't an adult, correct? And of course you'd be like, well, no, it was the safe. But I would just want to really continue like the theme. You're not an adult. So on. Okay, so I don't want to bore everyone to death. Let's see.
The only time I would use it.
Let's see here.
Correct.
Okay, so let's go here. Okay, I have to fast forward because the judge is I can't. Okay, hold on. I just saw EMT. Okay, here we go. Let's start here.
In some sort of EMT. I was a
Ah, sorry everyone. Okay, here we go. It's not like he's had a long life to have to really think back. Okay, I would have said, and you're a cadet because you were not yet an adult, correct? Right? Tie it back in. Now, the prosecutor kind of tries. You're not really a full EMC. You're at the beginning. So he tries to start with that.
studying to be an EMT before August 25th. I was learning about certain things in the field of firefighting but that's not actually classes. That would be that once a week and depending on the day either. EMT starts where we do firefights.
Oh, they had shirts. Okay, so that would have, when he said for liability reasons, I would have said, and that liability reason is that you're a minor, isn't it? Right? Really. And I feel like the prosecutor like kind of dances around this, but he never like drills it home, in my opinion.
Definitely.
What do you think, Juhree?
So as we're going on and I'm hearing these arguments that you're making about being an adult. So what I'm thinking is that he was a minor at the time, but he was acting like an adult, correct? Like he was taking all of that responsibility. So my brain started thinking about how people say if it looks like a duck, acts like a duck, sounds like a duck.
I love it. So yeah, adult consequences.
Acts like an adult, sounds like an adult, then it's an adult. And the way that he's speaking about the law, when they asked him about if he had his card, they told him, so you couldn't because you were 17. And he says, no, you can actually get it at 16. I just didn't have it. So he's very aware. He's fully aware. He has the functioning mind of an adult. He knows that he wasn't supposed to have it.
Yeah.
He went there with the intention to protect, guard these buildings, these businesses. He knew what he was going to do with that gun if it came to it. So it's all there, all of them.
Yeah. And I love that if it looks like an adult, it is an adult. And I think I would also pull in, you know, adult actions have adult consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's hard to put someone with such a cute little baby face behind bars. But he killed people. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little bit more and then we'll let everyone go home and enjoy their day. But you know, let's just see if we could have helped the prosecution with their theme. You know, maybe we should definitely offer that service to people. If you need help, we'll help you with the theme. I'm pretty decent at them, if I do say so myself. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, where are we? Okay. This goes to what you were just saying, Juhree. He understands these things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna ask the judge to stop objecting. Why even have a jury? Why even have a lawyer? I mean, really?
The judge is going to do all the work for you.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure when we're talking about him working at the Recplex, I think there was a little bit of questioning. I think he had only worked like all of 14 hours or something in like 6 months. And I would point out how that's because he's a child, right? And like adults have to work 40 hours, don't they? You know, something like that. Just really hone in. You're not an adult. You thought you're an adult. Anywhere I could kind of pull what I feel the theme is into where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. So the rest of the time, it seems like you're being driven around. Yeah. When did you guys use his instead of yours? If you know. At the time I did it, I was driver's license. Yeah, I would try just to get to work. Sometimes couldn't help it.
This kid didn't even have a driver's license? He's not out here killing people? He doesn't even have a driver's license? I missed that part. Where is his mother? Where is his father?
Let's not blame the parents for his chaotic
Okay,
act.
I agree. Well, I don't know. He's 17. There's some things going on there, girl. If he's
A little-
47, if he's 47, I'd be like, right, mom and dad will leave him out of it. But you know, he's 17.
Mhm.
Okay. Hold on while we go through this commercial.
And the entire one too.
Okay, here we go. I actually like that question because it's like, oh, so you pretty much just have no regard for the law at all without even saying that. So I do like that.
So you drove to Mr. Black's house, you left your car there? Yes. And you spent the night at his house? Yes. And then the next day, you guys woke up with some cooking. Is that right? But the night at his house.
Oh Lord, that sounds premeditated to me. I would have been like, in fact, you couldn't work at Car Source if you wanted to, could you? And that's because you're not yet 18, are you? All right, I'm gonna stop sharing there because I feel now lost, right? Like, that's why a theme is so important. He's not bringing us back to an idea that we can hang on to. And, you know, the best part of a theme is that once you've gone and planted that seed and tied, you know, woven the story, when you do your closing, you can nail you can be like, well, here's this element isn't met and here's why. And this kid's not an adult, and you know, and go back to your theme and kind of tie everything together, which I think makes it easier for the jury. I mean, like we talked about that O.J. Simpson. I mean, I was in 6th grade when Johnny Cochran said that, and I still remember it today. You know, like that's how good it was. So yeah, exactly. So a really good theme can have a very lasting impact, and it can really save your client and help your client. So anything to add, Juhree? I mean, this has been interesting. I hope you learned something.
Oh, definitely. And what I'd like to add really quickly here at the end is that a good theme is not, so like I mentioned, it's sensible, which means it's like not really turned against you. It appeals to your common sense. So that way it sticks with you the entire time. And so what I think it's important for people to keep in mind whenever we think about this is that, so when we're talking about he's a minor, but he's taking the actions of an adult, I think most people would agree if you're going to willfully and knowingly like ignore the law, do what you want, participate in adult actions, then most people will agree that you're going to have adult consequences. And here, it shouldn't be easily turned against you because that's a comment that's appeals to your common sense. I don't think people need to make up facts like, well, he was a minor and what if this happened? What if that happened? Only look at what is presented in front of you. He was willfully ignoring the law. He was carrying a firearm, a war machine, as you mentioned. He was participating in adult actions. He has the responsibilities.
Here come the adult consequences. Sorry, bro. I think that's what they tell young ladies when they get pregnant. It's teenagers. That's a life sentence too, friend. So, all right. Thank you for joining us, everyone that's been here today. Juhree and I are available at CadillacLaw.net, and we will see